And welcome to Jackson, Tennessee University School of Jackson District Tournament action. Tom Evans along with Chuck Castles. And Chuck getting ready for the Adamsville Cardinals and the Scotts Hill Lions. Should be a good ball game.
Well, I hope so, Tom. We definitely ready.
Fans, a lot of them having to move to the other side to find a place to sit. And the Cardinals with good support all season. Your starters being introduced for Scotts Hill, number 20, Eric Hampton. Number 24, number 25, Jeremy Haywood. Number 30, Brian Ivy. Number 32, Jeremy Brown. And number 40, Presley Fiddler.
Fiddler is definitely remembered from the last game against Scotts.
Well, he's the guy that put the hurt on Matt Hoover and could have ended his career, so the Cardinal fans kind of remember him, Chuck. And Chuck, the Cardinal fans on their feet making some noise as the Cardinal non-starters being introduced. The starters tonight for the Adamsville Cardinals, number 22, John Bubba Hoover. Number 32, a senior, 5'9", Chad White. Number 33, a 6'3", senior, Tony Engel. Number 40, a 6'4", senior, Casey Meek. And the man that leads the Cardinals, number 34, the 6'6", senior, Matt Hoover.
That's good, Tom.
I've practiced on that a long time. It's kind of fun. We got to pull for our team, Chuck.
Yeah, we do.
But we
They
welcome
can listen in if they want to.
we welcome those listeners up in the Lexington, up in the Scotts Hill area that listen on the Lexington radio station. Matt Hoover at center court, along with Eric Hampton, and the ball tipped up, controlled by the Cardinals. Over to John Hoover. Hoover back out top for White. White works it over for Matt Hoover, into the corner for Engel, underneath for Meek. And a backcourt violation going to be called against the Cardinals. It'll go over to Scotts Hill. And Chuck, not a very good way to start the game for the Cardinals.
I don't understand why Casey threw it out that far.
Number 20, Eric Hampton, works it inbounds. Pass comes into Brian Ivy, number 30. And Chuck, looked like the Scotts Hill boys been to the barber shop.
Yeah, they all got the...
All of them got their head shaved.
Some of them literally shaved, and some of them just real short. Must have their tournament heads on.
Scotts Hill with a basketball. Hampton, pull-up jumper, in and out. Casey Meek comes away with a rebound for the Cardinals. Works it ahead to Chad White. White works it into the right corner. Out top for Matt Hoover, over for John Hoover. He fakes a three, drives inside. Pull-up jumper, no good, and the rebound taken away by Jeremy Haywood, number 25. Haywood works it ahead to Hampton. Hampton dumps it into the corner for Jeremy Brown. Brown brings it back out near half court. No score, ball game just underway. And Hampton losing it off his foot, and they're going to say it last touch the Cardinals. It'll go back to Scotts Hill. Scotts Hill will have it underneath their own basket. Presley Fiddler works it into Jeremy Haywood. Haywood over to Jeremy Brown. His three-pointer is an air ball. Rebound by Hampton. Hampton tries a reverse layup. It's no good. Hoover with a rebound and works it ahead to Chad White. And they're going to say White stepped on the baseline. And the turnover will give it right back to Scotts Hill. Tough call, Chuck.
Yeah, well, Chad looked like he kept the speed in, but hard to tell from here. Ref is right down there.
Ball game a minute and a half old. No score yet. Scotts Hill works it on the right wing for Haywood. And they try to work it inside for Haywood. The pass stolen away by the Cardinals. And Matt Hoover from the right corner knocks in a three-pointer. Cardinals on top, 3-0. Pull-up jumper by Jeremy Brown, no good. Matt Hoover with another rebound, works it ahead to John Hoover. Hoover works it into the corner, outside for Matt Hoover. And a reach-in foul going to be called against number 25, Jeremy Haywood, as he fouls big Matt Hoover. It'll be Cardinal basketball, side front court. Hoover works it in for Casey Meek. Meek out top for John Hoover. Hoover dumps it in the corner for Engel. Engel works it back out top for Chad White. White trying to go inside for Matt Hoover, and the pass knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Scotts Hill. As Scotts Hill deflects the ball out of bounds, it'll go back to the Cardinals. Chad White brings it across the timeline, works it on the right wing to Hoover. Hoover, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound taken down by number 40, Presley Fiddler of Scotts Hill. A little give and go underneath. Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Hoover comes away with another rebound. And Chuck Matt Hoover cleaning them boards. Three-pointer by Hoover, no good. Rebound, Tony Engel, his shot, no good. Engel will get it on a deflection. Third shot, no good. And Scotts Hill comes away with a basketball. Eric Hampton dumps it over for Ivy. And Brian Ivy with a three-pointer from the left wing ties it up. As Scotts Hill with a three-pointer of their own from outside. Cardinals working in the corner for Engel. Underneath for Casey Meek. Meek's turnaround jumper underneath. It's up, it's good by Casey Meek. 5-3, Cardinals on top. Scotts Hill with the basketball. Ball stolen away by White, then re-stolen by number 32, Jeremy Brown. Brown works it over for Brian Ivy. He'll pop a three. In and out. Rebound fought for, controlled by Fiddler. And Fiddler with a nice turnaround move underneath. Sticks it back in for the Scotts Hill Lions. Scotts Hill with a steal, then stolen back by Chad White, then re-stolen by Scotts Hill. And the Cardinal fans screaming for double dribble. But Scotts Hill comes away with a basketball. Pass comes out top for Jeremy Brown. Three-pointer by Eric Hampton is up and it's good. And Scotts Hill on top, 8-5. Hoover for three. And Matt Hoover answers with a three from the top of the circle. Score tied at 8. As Hoover with 2 3-pointers ties it up for the Cardinals. Lions working in the corner for Jeremy Brown. Back out top for Eric Hampton. Hampton looking inside for Haywood, and Haywood left all alone, Chuck, lays it up and in. Poor defense by the Cardinals.
Well, they had 2 men on the ball, and that leaves somebody open. So.
Casey Meek for three. It's up, it's good from the left wing. And the Cardinals on top, 11-10. B.J. Shuren getting ready to check in for the Cardinals. And Chuck, nice to see B.J. back in uniform. Ball stolen away by Matt Hoover as he picks the pocket of Presley Fiddler. Works it out top for Chad White. White over to John Hoover. Cardinals go underneath for Casey Meek. Meek works it over for Engel, and the pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Scotts Hill. It'll be Cardinal basketball, side front court. B.J. Shuren checks into the ball game. He'll replace Tony Engel as Engel gets a hand from the Cardinal fans as he comes to the sidelines. Matt Hoover inbounds it to John Hoover. Hoover works it back outside for Chad White. White works it on the left wing for John Hoover, into the corner for Casey Meek. Back over for John Hoover, out top for Matt Hoover. He'll shoot a three, and it's up, it's good. Matt Hoover from way outside knocks in his third three-point basket. And the Cardinals on top, 14-10. Pull-up jumper by Jeremy